Yeah, no question. That's true. But you know what? Let's transition to the defense. Let's talk about the two big starting lineup and what we saw from the starters in the first quarter and what we saw in the third quarter. Bobby, let's start with you. What's your takeaway? I mean, a lot of it was made about if Steven's going to stick with this in Detroit or maybe after Detroit. Where do you think he stands now with the two big lineup, and how do you feel about it after this win against the Pistons?
Well, I haven't liked it. All right, I know Jimmy was asking in the preseason, or it might have been John. I'm always misassigning blame here, but I think it was Jimmy who asked. You see them going with Theis and Thompson together because we're all figuring out what that third wing was going to be, and I was stunned that they've not only gone with Theis at the 4, but they've rode with it so strongly, going 11 minutes a game with it. Brad was asked about it. He's been asked about it several times over the last few media availabilities, and he's standing by it. But it feels like he's starting to lose a little bit of trust here. Let me know what you guys think.
I mean, I think it's, to be honest with you, that it's probably been too inconsistent to draw a conclusion. But maybe that is the conclusion. The first half start was not due to what alignment we were in or the double bigs or anything like that. It was the fact that we just stunk at the start of the game. Second half, we started with way more, pep and emphasis, and we were much better. Go back to the Indiana games, very similar. One half good, other half not so good. So, obviously, there will be times that we'll utilize that. There will be times where we won't. But that's not, I thought that best way to say it is that was 5 people. That was not 2.
So I think it's the same story tonight. He was obviously talking about the game the Celtics lost on Friday, but first half, absolute disaster to start this game. They give up that massive run. I think Detroit was 9 of 11 to start this game against that lineup. Yeah. And then second half, they come out and they were looking pretty good. In fact, I think Scal pointed it out. And Nick, you've loved Scal's color commentary, haven't you? The one thing I loved that he said tonight was rolling Theis to the sidelines into the extra pressure that Tatum's getting on the pick and roll and freeing up Tristan Thompson underneath. That actually worked pretty well to start the third quarter. So it's brutally inconsistent. But at this point, where else are you going to go with the starting lineups, especially now Jeff T could be hurt. He picked up an injury in that fourth quarter. So they don't have a ton of options there, but it's not going well. It's awkward. It's tough to defend perimeter players with Daniel Theis. You saw Theis guarding Jeremy Grant to start this one. I don't like it, but where else are you going to go, Jimmy, in terms of starters?
I'll be honest. I just got booted during that, so I don't know.
It's not about who starts the game. It's about who ends the game.
Well, who ended it tonight? We had Semi out there.
I'm using a Brad Stevens cliche, guys.
I can't hear Nick. Hold on. I got to bounce out and come back.
Well, Shemi earned his stay. Those 3 3-pointers. I mean, again, the second unit, I was impressed with what they were able to do on both ends in the first half. But then in the second half, you have Shemi knock back-to-back threes and then follow it up with the third in that fourth quarter. I mean, as much as we say we don't quite know what to expect from the starting lineup, sometimes we don't know what to expect from the second unit and what sort of production we're going to get from them.
Yep. And Semi was a huge surprise tonight. He allows you to get into smaller lineups on the wing. You don't have to play those 2 bigs. Nick, do you like 2 bigs? Do you not?
Normally I do. I hate small ball, but it's not worked out to the way that I would have liked it to, or I think Brad had planned it to. So you got to make a change. I mean, I know everybody here is stoked up about this win, and I'm pretty, it was a good game, but they should have blown these guys into Mars. Detroit should no longer be on the map after how they embarrassed them on New Year's Day. To come down to a game winner by Tatum, sorry to be Debbie Downer, guys, but this team's got problems, man.
Let's see what Jimmy thinks, Jimmy. What do you think of the 2 bigs in the starting 5? Has your opinion changed on it at all?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously changed a little bit since we're seeing the production. But listen, it's a new look for them. You didn't have that look pretty much at all last year. You didn't have that option to do that. So it's not like you can just blame this all on Thompson and Theis. I mean, Brown and Tatum and whether it's Smart or whoever, they're all getting used to having that second big man out there. So I think there's definitely some growing pains there. it's an option. It's not something that the Celtics have to do. You don't have to play with that starting lineup. You have some interchangeable pieces that you can work in, and I think eventually they will go matchup based with it. Wow, that was a mean comment right there that got posted.
But Nick put that up himself. How
that's my burner account.
You agree with the take?
Nick,
you agree with the take?
So.
But listen, I mean, yeah, I think if anyone's noticing the issues with it, it's Brad Stevens. So, I mean, I know some people say we might not be critical of Brad on this show as much as we should be, but you know, willing to give him the opportunity to mix and match with these guys and see what he's got to work with. Because listen, it's not the finished product team right now. You know, you're missing a massive piece in Kemba Walker, so that is going to change.
But Jimmy, there's not much heart.
But there's times
there's not much heart coming from your screen, Nick. I can barely get a sentence out of you without. I feel like you're gonna keel over.
How did you snatch my Brockton Wi-Fi? And I'm crystal clear.
Why is my Wi-Fi messed up? Do I not look right?
You look white as a ghost. I don't know. Where's the white balance on that screen, dude? Anyways, talking about no life. Anyway, you might keel over any second.
I don't know, but all I'm saying is
need some energy.
Where's the energy? Where's the motivation? Where you know?
Nick takes 3 steps back. He's gone.
I don't know what you want, Nick. I don't know what you want. You want them to come out and like cheerleader squad coming out with a bunch of energy.
No, I mean, look at what they did with Milwaukee, Jimmy.
Nick, they won the game. They won the game today. They fought hard. They came back from down
against a donut team.
All right, well, let's
it's the NBA.
Nick, let's focus on the positive because
it's the NBA. Yeah, they won the game. I mean, we're 2 weeks into the regular season. You know, guys are getting used to playing again, getting used to play with each other. I mean, you got 25 minutes from Pritchard tonight, a rookie that nobody even knew who the hell he was a month ago. You're getting contributions from the guy. I mean, Semi played a great game down the stretch, had huge threes coming off the bench for them.
Semi should have 30 points.
I want to get back to the second unit, but let's stick with the starting five because there's 2 things that stood out to me, which I like. When this is running smoothly, you can see the benefits of having those 2 bigs in there. Double screen on Marcus Smart, penetrating, had options, whether he has a contested layup, which he did make, by the way, because his numbers heading into this one did not look good in the paint. Shooting wise, all around. But the shooting numbers in the paint is what concerned me the most. Marcus has to hit those shots. And if he doesn't, he has those guys to rebound. But you also have options at the corners or at the wing positions for open looks. You know, who are the guys that need to knock those shots down? Jaylen, whether it's Jaylen or Tatum. I mean, it's when the offense when it runs smoothly that way, it looks great. Another thing too, when Theis is knocking down that mid range, whether it's the 3 or the mid range, all of a sudden they're a tougher team to guard. But it's just the inconsistency you're getting from Theis. You're not quite sure what direction you're going to go.
So this is the point we made after the last game. Who's going to be that 5th guy in with the starting lineup? Grant was not an option, and he struggled in the later stretch of that game. He's a minus 15 per 100 to start this year. And we're all asking, should it be Nesmith? Should it be, I don't know, maybe it is Theis on that 4th spot.